The 2025 NBA trade deadline has already been crazy, and I'm not so sure it's slowing down. Could the Suns be trading Kevin Durant? Reports are coming out that Phoenix is at least listening to trade offers. And Mitchell Robinson, could he be the next player that is traded to the Los Angeles Lakers? Reports are coming out that following the Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic trade, the Lakers are targeting Mitchell Robinson. We're going to break all that down on today's show, but first make sure you are subscribed to Knicks Now by Chat Sports. We put out free videos every day. We go live for every single Knicks game day, and we're going to be live for the entire 2025 trade deadline this week on Thursday, and I want you to be there and not miss a thing. So subscribe and turn your notifications on. Welcome into Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Let's get into it. As reports are coming out from across the NBA landscape, the Lakers are looking for a big man, and one of the guys they are targeting is Mitchell Robinson. We've talked about for a while on this show that Robinson was going to be a popular name in trade rumors across the association. And as we are just a couple days away, here we are, and here they are. This is what Kevin O'Connor had to say about LA and Robinson. Quote, league sources say the Lakers are looking for a big man, and Mitchell Robinson from the New York Knicks is one of the bigs they are targeting. That's what I'm hearing in the aftermath so far after that absolutely nuts Lakers-Mavs Jazz trade that happened in the wee hours on Saturday into Sunday. And after that Anthony Davis and Luka Doncic trade that I still haven't processed and I still don't understand why it happened, the Lakers need to go out and get a big man. They needed a big man prior to the Anthony Davis trade. I mean, I know that they beat our New York Knicks on Saturday night, but Jackson Hayes was their starting center. And I'm not so sure that he is a rotational big on a legit championship contender, which clearly the Lakers think they are with Luka Doncic. So could they go out and trade for Mitchell Robinson, and what could that trade offer look like? Tibbs did offer an injury update on Robinson, and literally moments before we started the show, we got a major Mitchell Robinson injury update. Tibbs said prior to the loss on Saturday to the Los Angeles Lakers that Robinson was pretty close to returning and getting cleared for contact and being ready to go on game days. And then Mitchell Robinson took to social media today and said, good morning, MFers. I get an update today from the doctor. Hopefully it's a good one. Get this thing rolling, baby. Then he just tweeted out on Twitter just moments ago, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. So sounds like he got a good injury update, and hopefully that means he's ready to get back on the floor, whether that is with the Knicks or with the Lakers. Really just Robinson being cleared healthy and being able to play, that helps the Knicks now on the floor, but also on a potential trade because teams are going to feel a lot more calm and cool and safe and really just relaxed about trading for Robinson if they know that the injury is in the rearview mirror and they don't have to worry about that anymore. Knicks could use him, no doubt, but I think this opens up more trade options as well. Remember, in a trade, due to the new CBA, we always got to talk what the money means. And with Mitchell Robinson making $14.3 million, the Knicks have to give out more money, than they accept, and the Lakers are about in that same boat. So there would be about $14 million or so coming back in a trade. So I wanted to show the entire Lakers roster and really just where the salary cap breaks down. Look, I'm never, ever going to say no one can be traded again after that Luka trade, but I don't think they're trading LeBron right now. I know there's talks about the Warriors, so we can kind of talk him off the board, Luka off the board. Then you got Rui Hachimura making $17 million. They just traded for Dorian Finney-Smith, so not sure they're going to move him. Austin Reeves seems to be like a big piece of their puzzle. I mean, if they want to throw us Austin Reeves, I'm definitely down to listen. Maxi Kleber just got traded. Gabe Vincent makes $11 million, and Jared Vanderbilt makes $10.7 million. I don't hate the idea of Vanderbilt. He's an athletic defender. He's very versatile, and he would help the Knicks a lot on the defensive end. But the player I want to zero in on and focus right now is Rui Hachimura and try to figure out if there is a way that they could get this done. I think one of the first videos we did of the NBA season about a New York Knicks trade really involved Hachimura because I think he would be an excellent fit at 26 years old, has good size, paws at 6'8", 6'9", 230 pounds. He could play the 4. We've seen him play some small ball 5 for the Lakers before, but it's that salary that comes into question at $17 million. Can the Knicks get up to that number? We'll talk about that. Rui's a good player, though. Look, I think his ceiling is somewhat limited playing with LA and playing alongside, up to this point, LeBron and Anthony Davis. maybe he gets more opportunity and looks on the offensive end with Luka. But this is a guy that the last 2 years has shot north of 42% from downtown. The volume's not crazy, but he can hit shots. We saw that against our New York Knicks. He's going to give you 10-plus points. He could board up a little bit, and he's a big athlete, and he has a nice little face-up game in the mid-range that he could go to. He's an athlete as well. I think he would help the New York Knicks off the bench, give him some size and another wing. The Knicks and Lakers would have to get creative, though, with Mitchell Robinson making $14.3 million and Rui Hachimura making $17. There's still a sizable gap in between those salaries that the Knicks would have to get over that $17 million. I think of Miles McBride as the piece that could do that. I'm not so sure I would want to include Miles McBride in this trade to get Rui Hachimura. Maybe the Lakers want that, and they want to see if they can get him. They need a guy on the perimeter right now that can defend. They don't have a point of attack defender. So I wouldn't be shocked if the Lakers said, give us Mitch and give us Deuce, and we'll give you Rui. I'm going to try to find a different offer, though, and Jericho Sims gets you really close with him making $2 million, so that's 16.3. Then you'd have to add in one more minimum salary, whether that be a guy like Campaign or Tyler Kohler or Pacome Dadier. Maybe Dadier, the Lakers view that as a future first-round pick. Maybe some second-round picks have to be exchanged as well, but I think this could be a loose framework of what a deal could look like. And if it is, would you do the deal? If Rob Pelinka called you and said, we're going to give you Rui, he'll be that wing off the bench for you, but you got to give us Mitch and Jericho to help us on the bench with our bigs, and that's what we got. Maybe a pick or two, who knows. A for accept, D for decline. I want to hear from you in the comment section. Coming up next, the Phoenix Suns. Are they listening to Kevin Durant trade offers? Sounds like they are. And the question I have for everybody is, should the New York Knicks give them a call? We'll break that down in a second. First, I got to tell you about our proud sponsor, Game Time. If you're looking to get tickets to go to the big game coming up, you can get your best seats and the lowest prices at Game Time. So download the app, create an account, and use that promo code ChatSports. You're going to get $20 off your first purchase where terms do apply. Game Time is the best ticketing app that I have ever used. It's the only ticketing app that I use now at this point. They prioritize in last-minute tickets. I'm a procrastinator, so it's right up my alley. And I love that the app is super user-friendly. Easy to find, great deals. The Game Time Picks feature is awesome. You literally just click that button, and the app is going to show you pretty much the best seats to go see your favorite team or people perform. Last-minute tickets and flash deals. The app will alert you when the seats are going for great prices, and the app will let you know. You get views from the seats, so it's easy to decide which seats you want, and lowest price guaranteed. That is something we can all appreciate. Look, tickets for tonight's game. Knicks, Rockets. Could have gotten the building. Not too steep of a price compared to that Lakers price tag. If you use that all-in pricing feature, the price you see is the price you pay. A lot of people have asked me, Marshall, you talk about no hidden fees. You got to turn on that all-in pricing feature. And if you also click that Game Time Picks feature, you're going to get the best deal out there. So download the app, create an account, use that promo code ChatSports. It is CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase where terms do apply. All right, reports are coming out that the Phoenix Suns are listening to people about a potential Kevin Durant trade offer. There's been reports that the Warriors are a team out there. Haven't really heard any other solid teams that are interested in KD, and I kind of think if he is on the table, and I think anytime a generational player and still a top 10 player in this league is being linked to a trade, your team should inquire. And I do think the Knicks should inquire about Kevin Durant and see what that price tag is. This is what Jake Fischer of the Stein line had to say about Kevin Durant. Quote, Phoenix, entering Monday's business, continued to signal that it does not plan to move Durant before the deadline, sources said. But the Suns are believed to be listening at the very least to various teams' pitches for the 35-year-old scoring legend. Durant, meanwhile, is said to be aware of all of this. Fisher also talked that the Warriors have called about Kevin Durant, and they've kicked the tires on potentially getting that duo back together. Look, if Kevin Durant is on the trade block, you got to call. We talked about it. If you're one of the best in the league, you still are one of the best players on the floor, you got to call. You got to see what the price of admission is. And look, Kevin Durant may be 35 years old, but he's still hooping like he is 28 years old and still one of the best players in the NBA. This is a guy that's still a walking bucket, can average 25 points any single night, hasn't averaged less than 27 points in the last 4 years. And he's always done it on the best efficiency in the world. This year, 52% from the field and 40% from three. Whether you hate Kevin Durant, whether you love Kevin Durant, you got to respect it. The guy is an absolute bucket, maybe the best face-up game in NBA history. And when he crosses over that left hand, just get back on offense. So Kevin Durant at 35, 36 years old, how much are you willing to give up? Well, you got to meet that price tag of $51.2 million. It's a lot. And look, the Knicks, they have a lot of high-priced contracts, and maybe you find a way to get it done, because at the end of the day, the bottom line is, how can we put another banner in the rafters at Madison Square Garden? And if you could put a big three together of Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, and Kevin Durant, you have the best big three in basketball. You have the best three players of any team in the NBA. I think that would put you at the top of the Eastern Conference and in a collision course to meet the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA Finals. And when you have Brunson, Towns, and KD, you got a pretty good chance to win 4 games out of 7 and be crowned the best team in the NBA. Look, it's a lot to give up. I'm not going to say I'm going to do it, but I also try to put myself in the shoes of the Phoenix Suns and say, if I'm trading you Kevin Durant, who do I want back? Well, first, I want one of your big-time players. And I know OG's got the foot injury. He has been ruled out for tonight's game. He was questionable. No news of the MRI has come out, so I don't know. And I'm not saying this just because he's hurt. OG makes like $36 million. If you're going to get to 51, you got to include a high-priced player. Miles Bridges doesn't make enough. So I went with OG, and I think they would ask for a good young player in Miles McBride. And they'd probably also want Mitchell Robinson. You need him in the deal to make that $14 million work into that 51. You only got one tradable first-round pick, and we got a couple of swaps. We'll give you all of those. Look, I would love to have Kevin Durant on the New York Knicks, and while I do think they should kick the tires and make a call, because maybe you're shocked how much the trade value or little the trade value is. Look at Luka and look at Anthony Davis. The Suns most likely say no to this offer, but you should call. You should see what it is. Again, it's the Phoenix Suns. I don't think they're the most well-run organization in the NBA. They traded for Bradley Beal. And we've seen crazier things, like just 2 days ago. Maybe the craziest trade of all time. I'm not saying that it would work. I am saying it would work. I think you'd win the NBA Finals if you trade for Kevin Durant. I don't know if you can get the deal done. I don't know if Phoenix wants what we're having to offer. But make the call, see if they would at least negotiate with you a little bit. Look, trade deadline's going to get crazy. I'm going to keep you up to date on this show, but also on social media. So give me a follow at @MarshallGreen_ on Twitter and Instagram. And let's go Knicks.